Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome to a massive Trinity. Bang on time this evening because there's been big breaking news this afternoon, man. It's all been going off earlier on during the day. Episode 50. And I tell you what, it's all going off because episode 50, nice little round number there, 50th in the bag. That's what we want to see. So episode 50, KG, hit the bomb right now. Bang on cue. The episode is tight.
More bombers. We've got more bombers as well. More
bombers where that came from. You know what I'm saying? Little bit of a different surroundings for me. So big up to anyone who's thinking, where's the mic? But as always, it's still the same script. Episode 50, I might be in a different place, but it doesn't mean that somebody brings the video to you and it's not Gowen Live and Oxford Natural. And here's what it's all about.
This video is brought to you by Oxford Natural and the Optimum Day and Night capsules. This is the perfect way to take charge of your weight loss journey through Optimum. Scan the QR code on screen or click the link in the video description below to start your journey now. Look at the difference. I mean, just look at KG. The proof's in the pudding.
Proof is in the pudding. As you can see, this show is always brought to you by Oxford Natural and Gowen Life. You can get your Optimum supplements through us. Give them a little maracas, KG, little.
They're getting a bit lower. They're getting lower in here.
You can make sure you guys ones never get low because you can get up to 70% off your Oxford Natural supplements right there. The QR code is on screen. The link is in the video description below. And you guys have all seen our Oxford Natural / Optimum journeys, our optimizations. It's a real thing. Yeah, we've been smashing it. Everyone's been smashing it. And the amount of you guys who have been emailing us, letting us know in comments, etc., DMs I've had saying, oh, Flex, I've started my Optimum journey, etc. I've lost this amount of, excuse the pun, kgs. I've lost this, I've lost that. And that's what it is. So get involved. Link in the video description and you can get up to 70% off using the code United.
It's important though to understand this is not a weight loss. It's not a weight loss thing. That's not what it is. It's literally, so it's good vitamins. It's good. Basically, it's just the good stuff that your body needs. So you sleep and everything, and it stops the cravings. But don't go into saying, hey, this is something that's going to, because it's not that type of thing.
It's not a diet pill. Absolutely not.
That's what I'm saying. Don't go into it like.
It's basically it's your one-stop shop to like many of the nutrients and minerals and the natural like stuff that if you go into Holland and Barrett and you try and get a bit of this and a bit of that, this is your one-stop shop to that. And if you are unsure about what it is, check out the videos we've done with Dr. Andre. He explains it very personally. Don't take it from me. Yeah. I know I said I'm Dr. Fleck with the Garnacho thing yesterday, but you know, Dr. Andre is the real doctor. This is all 100%. And
I was pre-diabetic as well. They said I was pre-diabetic before. Remember, like big me, big back me,
big me.
They were saying stuff to me, and I was like, oh. Like it was concerning. I was in there concerned. You know what I mean? So, and I had to do it. You lot know what happened to my mum as well. So, like heart attack and stuff is in the family and stuff. Like we've had that. God forbid it won't continue. But just just look after yourselves. That's an important message for you guys.
100% facts, man. So we're giving you up to 100%, up to 70% off. Link is in the video description. It's basically 100% off. Come on, let's be real. 70% is nearly there. Use the code UnitedView or scan the QR code on screen. Right, let's get straight into Marcus Rashford because
I tell you what, if there's ever been a time, if there's ever been a time to press the button, it would be now.
Breaking news.
Wow. Do we have some breaking news? As we all filed in to record this video, I asked both KG and Fleck, hey, have you heard what's just happened with Marcus Rashford? Well, we'll tell you because The Athletic dropped a bomb earlier today saying that at the time of recording, Aston Villa are considering a move for Manchester United's Marcus Rashford as one of multiple options to strengthen their forward line. This from Laurie and Adam Crafton. We've got a little bit from David Ornstein in just a second too. Rashford's preference, as was written by Jamie Jackson and others, has been to join Barcelona or stay at United. And therefore, if he was to contemplate Premier League options such as Villa, it is likely he will need some convincing, maybe even some pushing by a certain head coach of Manchester United. Perhaps things start to make a little bit more sense, don't they? Barcelona's ability to finance a potential deal remains uncertain, however, and though striking a conciliatory tone, Amorim raised the prospect of Rashford continuing to be frozen out beyond Monday's transfer deadline, as I just indicated, by insisting he would only recall the England international if he improves in training. And actually, he's probably a little bit more than that too. Carries on by saying, in those circumstances, Rashford may consider alternatives, and Villa could represent a persuasive case should they choose to proceed due to their place in the last 16 of the Champions League, affording the money to cover the required portion of Rashford's wages worth £325,000 a week. It is a further complicating factor. Finally, they said, meanwhile, Chelsea's João Felix, Paris Saint-Germain's Marco Asensio are among the other options Villa are considering. The club and the manager, Unai Emery, have a long-standing interest in both players. Now, Fabrizio Romano didn't want to miss out on this story, folks.
He ain't missing on this.
No, never. He said Barcelona for Marcus Rashford deal is highly unlikely and almost off due to financial fair play. Aston Villa are the latest club to call for Marcus Rashford deal conditions after John Duran's exit. Of course, they just got that sweet Saudi money after Duran's going to Al Nassr. David Ornstein adding a little bit onto this too. In his tweet, he said that actually the move for Marcus Rashford, or the desire to get Rashford, was actually a personal request of the Aston Villa manager Unai Emery as well. So Unai wants Marcus. Unai. Yeah, and he could that could be the persuasive case. Now, Flex, we were talking on the phone earlier today about sort of what was going to happen in the next few days. And I was saying she was, and I was going, you might want to go Barca, but that Barca thing doesn't look real. And as we said a few days ago, once you get closer to the end of the window, what happens with clubs? They start to panic, they start to reassess, and they start going to all of their people, right, we need a striker, a winger, whoever. Who's out there this late? And they go, Rashford's out here late. And they go, but I thought he wants to go to Barca. Barca can't afford it. And you go, so what's the situation? Could he stay at United? Well, I guess he could, but have you heard what Ruben Amorim's been saying about him? You know, he's been saying he wants the goalkeeping coach. He's in his 60s. Did you see him come on the pitch yesterday?
Yeah.
He's got like a leg. Yeah. So he's been saying that. So this one, it might have something to it.
Listen, that did sound like an "I told you so" from Owen, which I can't believe. That felt like a kind of a light.
Light one.
I told you so. I will say I told you so. It hasn't happened yet, though. To be fair, it hasn't happened.
That's true. He's just on their list of like they're looking at him.
Yeah. The deal's done. I need you to title the show.
No.
KG.
Do you know what?
I need to title this show.
We need to. We need a little sin bin for that.
Yeah,
sensationalist headlines.
There's always one that ruins it. You know what I mean? There's always one that has to get involved, do something that
There's just no need for him to, because you know what it is? If we discuss it a bit more and then he sort of gets to the feeling of, do you know what? I think this is, warm up to maybe think. You can't just falsely say for no reason when you've literally just been presented with all the factual information of what's going on the list, financial complications, one of many. Villa want two other players. They're just, looking around, and he's come to the conclusion to tell everybody that it's done. Doesn't mean it won't happen, but to just say it's 100% done.
All I've heard is done deal. Again, day after Thursday as well. It's the day after Thursday, so we're still, just the Thursday residual still there, right? We're not even end of the day, right? So like,
wow. I mean,
I've got to do it.
See what I'm saying? You gave him the chance, bro. You gave him the chance.
That's even worse than done deal. He's talking about residual Thursday energy.
No, it's mad.
Who is this guy? Who is what kind of sort of weird psychic energy?
I just finished recording.
The guy said he's going to stay.
Wait,
Wait, no, wait there. On the Flex and KG show, we done our bets. He was like, nah, I think Rashford's going to stay. Now he's the first to say done deal. It's absolutely shameless behavior.
Done deal. It's the day after Thursday. Residual.
And he said he was going to stay. Explain, KG.
Looking at it all.
Optimum supplements very well.
It's not a good sell, bro. What's in there, bro?
Looking at it all. I need you to know that I usually record my show after this. Yeah, I usually do it after this. I've recorded it. I've done it live before this. I don't know if I brought in some of that reckless energy to this platform. I don't know if that's that, you know, because I'm maybe a bit gassed, a bit too excited. So I apologize. I got a hat trick of being sin bin. Never happened before on this platform. So now let's get to normal. I'm back, guys. Apologies.
Back in, yeah. Okay, floor's yours.
You know what's crazy about this one? Rashford needs to be advised. But then guess what? I feel, numpties like me, if I'm Rashford's brother, there's no advice in him to be done here. You got a manager that is come out the other day and said, hey, I would rather play my guy who's a bit old and the walk is different. Yeah. So he said that he would rather start him. The walk makes it worse for me anyway. I saw that and I goes, nah, that's taking the piss. That's taking, you can't say you'd rather start him because he's going to give his all than Marcus Rashford. It's even more of a disrespect when you actually see the...
Any player, KG, not just Marcus Rashford, any player.
Honestly. That video of him running on the pitch was...
running on the pitch.
I couldn't believe he's a goalie coach, let alone the Rashford thing. I thought he's coaching, fair play.
In the kicking drills, he's doing well.
Yeah, he's done his job, yeah? But to say that he'd rather play him over Rashford is the pinnacle of disrespect. And I'm telling you now, that one hits different. You and your brother have nothing to consider. There is no more. He's basically said, look, they're training in Romania right now. They should be finished. They should be on their way home, but they said they're going to do training in the morning.
Yeah, they did it earlier.
You're telling me, these them, you trained with them in the morning, you done your little sprints, you done all the other stuff with the rest of the players, and they said, all right, Rashi, we're going now. See you later. He's gone home. They've taken everyone, You didn't get there. And then he goes back and says, look, I didn't just mean Rashi. Casemiro doesn't play. I saw Casemiro playing yesterday.
He's been in the squad the whole time.
I've seen Casemiro in the squad. The only one that doesn't happen to be here is Rashford, and he's the only fit one that's not there. Let's get it right. If Mason Mount was fit, he'd be traveling.
Absolutely.
So he's missed the game plus the joining bonding session. They don't want you, bro. There's nothing for Dwayne to tell Rashford right now. There's nothing. He should be getting to Marcus saying, bro, look, I know we wanted Barcelona. The route for Aston Villa, they're already they don't have to play extra game. They're already involved in the Champions League. You're not cup tied. You can play in the Champions League. What are we doing? Right now is the perfect time, and you never know. Even their run to the final or their run to the next rounds and stuff. They got a decent. They're basically Aston Villa are in a decent side. You could have a Sancho-ish moment where you could get there, and you could have that. Why not?
GKG though, because look, Unai Emery's team is, and this is the thing that they say about Villa, isn't it? That look, they are disciplined, they will run. Unai Emery makes them work, and it's kind of like what you were saying before, Flex, about if he went somewhere, if he goes to this club and he starts pressing, then you start going, "Hey mate, what's changed?" Because Ruben Amorim, I don't know if you guys have seen this quote. He said this after the game. Yeah, it sums up the Rashford situation. He said, quote, Ali Garnacho has changed right away since I dropped him for the Manchester City game. He changed because he understands I just want to help him and win games. That's what he said. So basically, he's coming out and going, I dropped 2 players in that Manchester derby. One changed, the other didn't. That's what he's saying. That is what he's saying. And then people going, what? So Garnacho, this 20-year-old that we're saying is not good, he can change, but big Marcus Rashford, 27 years old, one of the highest paid players at the club, can't change, won't change. It's over. It's done. And then to KG's point, that is exactly why. If I'm one of his advisors, I'm going, mate, get your head out the sand because this Barca thing ain't happening. And Villa are giving you an option here. And actually, it's a good option.
Well, guess what, though?
Take it.
Guess what? It is. And this is the pessimistic side of things. But we have to go off the sample size of what we've seen of this whole Rashford's not there vibe. You try and go to Jacob Ramsey, young Jacob Ramsey, who's killing it right now, and say, I'm going to take your position. You ain't getting out of that fight. You go to young Morgan Rogers, left-hand side, right-hand side, wherever in the 10, just off the front, whatever you want to say, try and say, big man, I'm taking your spot. Obviously, big man, Rashford, levels, all of that. Go there and don't work hard. You ain't getting up front over Ollie Watkins. Unless Watkins goes on to Arsenal, who knows? You never know. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, obviously, Unai's requested the personal. You know what I mean? This is at the request of Unai Emery, is what we're seeing from the big boys, right? But this is all still on Rashford. Like, his whole career is still up to him. Just by
You're
going
missing
Villa,
something, Flex. You're missing something.
You're sorted.
No, because this is the same madman. Yeah, you're talking about Villa. This guy wants to go to Barca to start.
There you go.
He wants to go and get Rafinha or Yamal out of their place. Yeah.
Mental.
That's so.
Yeah,
if he's so, don't tell me he can't believe he can. He believes in his heart. I'll go to Aston Villa and get in and play. But let's have it right. Rashford, the beautiful difference is he hasn't had a change. Rashford's needed a change in environment. What Wayne Rooney was basically saying in the overlap is he's too comfortable. You're too relaxed there. And I've said that. I always go back to the story of the Uggs in the car and the McLaren and stuff. He dare not pull up to Aston Villa like that. Does he have to move houses? Will he have to? He won't even have to move houses. Will he?
An hour and a bit away. Probably just get driven down in the V class, bro, in the Sprinter every morning.
Sprinter 6 months, and then after get the big move, then get the big move.
I don't see, and this is the thing, right? Now listen, we don't know how this thing's going to pan out, but for me, the vibe of where Rashford's been at in terms of what the news is that, and the rumors of he needs a clean break from this. Bro, man's going to be able to just pop back up to Manchester really light work. Is he really getting out of that environment? Now, listen, that's a Marcus Rashford problem. We're Man United fans, and if Marcus Rashford goes to Aston Villa, it's for Marcus Rashford to. No, but I'm saying it's for Marcus Rashford to sort out. We got our own. We got our team, which is what we care. We care about Rashford. I get that, but what he does when he goes there, it's up to him. But I just see it as an interesting point of how much of a culture, what are you going to lock in from just going down the M6? I'm not really sure you are, but hey ho, that's what's on the table. But guess what? If Unai Emery's asking for him, it will be interesting to see what Rashford does with that, because what we're seeing, if you read the bit about what Ornstein's saying, he's saying that Rashford, obviously what everyone else is saying, the preference is that he's, a Man United stay or Barcelona, so he would need convincing by Aston Villa in talks. So they're saying that he's saying that they still need to convince him that come here. But what's
both sides? I think it comes from both sides as well. I think because his thing, and look, he said it in the interview of Henry Winter, didn't he? Of when I'm done, I'll release a statement, I'll say goodbye. And he was sort of hinting, wasn't he? Of sort of going, I wouldn't play in the Premier League, for another club. If I'm in England, it's only ever going to be Manchester United, blah, blah, blah. But circumstances dictate, and the convincing may have to come from Villa, but also from United. And again, that's why I also look at some of the things that Ruben Amorim has been saying the last few days. And people have been asking those questions, haven't they? Going, he suddenly got a bit more severe with some of the stuff he's saying. He suddenly got a bit more fierce and forthright with the things he's saying. Why is that? And I think it is just a case of him sort of putting out there to Marcus Rashford, mate, you're going to be, we've already established your training. You can train. You ain't playing. You're not going to come with us when we fly out. You come to the stadium on match day. Cool. You can, put this Instagram stories out saying, come on the boys and well done boys. And also, hey, I dropped this kid, Alejandro Garnacho. He changed, and see, I welcomed him back in. You haven't come back in since.
Viva Garnacho today as well.
Yeah, so it's it's one of those ones, and that's when
Man United, mate. On Insta.
And again, and that's when you
KG, don't say it means he's staying. It doesn't mean anything. It's just interesting.
What I can say for in that message I didn't see, I can confirm something. The club are happy with him. I don't know what can happen. I'm just going to say the club are happy with him.
Actually, to be fair, you can actually go if it's dodgy territory, murky grounds, and bids could come in and he could leave. You tell the social media team refrain from plastering right at the front, putting Viva Garnacho. To be fair, you wouldn't choose to do that.
Viva Garnacho in that way, and then get rid of him. That's gaslighting the fans. That has to be because
if he's leaving in 2 days and you just Viva Garnacho in, you know what I mean? It's a bit crazy.
I said it to Chelsea.
I did see that. I'm not going mad, am I? I did see that. I'm sure I did.
Oh, could be fake news from Fleck.
No, it's not fake news.
No, not Fleck.
It's not. I don't do fake news.
Not Fleck.
Don't do fake news, mate. Only do real news, mate.
There you go.
There you go.
5 seconds to tell us that news is real, mate.
Real news, mate. Yeah, Viva Ganacho, big capitals with the 17 and the stars.
You know what? Yeah, and I do want to move on from this Rashford thing. We can kind of sew it up here and basically say, look.
Well, prediction.
Prediction.
What's going on? You said you predict he's going to stay. Has that changed?
I'm allowed to flip flop, mate. It's the
ever-changing landscape.
Right. And again, with brand new news. You know what's crazy with this news though? I do not trust Marcus Rashford or his advisors. Let's have it right. Like while this
other targets too.
Not the other targets. This makes sense. I don't trust Marcus Rashford and advisory board. Whoever's making the decisions in that household, I don't know what's going on. I get he said he only wants to play for Man United here, but you don't play for Man United with that energy. If you really wanted to just play for Man United, you be running when the manager said change, like Garnacho said, like Garnacho changed. So that's just air. That's just a comment that sounds good. Marcus Rashford has to put his career first right now. And his career, this is what he could do. Marcus Rashford could go there for how many? Sorry, I can't remember how many months are left. 6 months. Do well, do brilliant, and choose where he wants to go. We'll work something out.
4 months, actually, really. 4 months.
4 months.
We've got some more breaking news, folks.
Breaking news.
Now, the breaking news is, so lots of people have been talking about if Marcus Rashford were to go, someone would come in to replace him, i.e. Mathis Tel. Now, what we had seen is that Bayern Munich and Mathis Tel had agreed a fee, 60 million euros, around 50 million pounds to bring him in. And he had been weighing up. He was waiting to see who was interested. And he has said, no, I do not want to go to Tottenham Hotspur because... Fabrizio Romano has just tweeted that Mathis Tel's current decision is to reject the Tottenham proposal, despite a willingness to sign him for 60 million euros and face-to-face talks. Tel has informed Spurs about his decision. Barring any surprises, Tel won't join Spurs. ... More Premier League clubs are on it now. So, and that's also coming from L'Equipe in France too, saying that he has rejected Spurs. And there has been these rumors, Flex, you've been at Sky today, that he might be holding out for United. And if Marcus Rashford does go, and he does go to Aston Villa or somewhere else in the next few days, then that Tel one could be a loan option for United. David Ornstein already saying that we'd reached out to not by Munich, but his representative saying, hey, we'd be interested in a loan, but we've got stuff to do first. So it continues to develop. We said this was going to happen towards the end of the window. The madness starts.
The dominoes haven't even fallen yet, but they're leading up to big falls, because this is what happens. Exactly this. Yeah.
Can we laugh at Spurs quickly though?
I was just about to say that, because they've gone, listen, kid, you need to reignite your career. Okay. We can guarantee you game time. We've got a brand new stadium. And you know what? We're going to give you a 5-year deal. We're ready to pay 60 million euros for you. Not like Man United, all loan. Not really sure on you. We want you now. 5-year deal, 60 million euros down on the table. This is Tel. Don't care.
Don't care anymore. Wait, I got it. Wait, let me find it.
Don't care. Just don't care anymore. Don't care.
Yeah? Not what? Face-to-face talks. Big Ange.
Don't care. Just don't care anymore. Don't care.
Yeah, but we've got a new stadium. It's 60,000. Like, the hospitality is amazing. Like, you can go NFL, Beyonce.
Don't care. Just don't care anymore. Don't care.
Yeah, but we're through to the next round of like Europa League. Like, you can play all the games. Like, even if
don't care anymore. Don't care.
He went for face-to-face talks. He's on the Eurostar.
He pulled up on the Zoom now. He pulled up on the Zoom, bro. But basically, shut his laptop like this. Don't care. Shut the laptop, bro. Don't care
anymore. No, Spurs. Please don't let Spurs lose to Brentford on weekend, because that's too much. That's too much.
They might go in for Johan Wissa. People trying to get him.
Wissa's a good player still.
Yeah. Forest already.
No, I can't
It's all
believe
going off. It's all going off. But
oh my
KG, can I ask you a question though? Out of you laughing at Spurs, here's the big question. With you laughing at Spurs and doing all that, when you read that information or learnt that information from what Owen said, in KG's brain, did that mean he's coming Man United? Did you get that from that?
I don't want to be sin binned.
No, we won't sin bin you. We probably won't sin bin. This
You
we
know
were
what that
asking
means.
you.
You know what that means in my mind. Done deal.
What?
I think, Flex, you encouraged it.
Yeah,
encouraged it.
Yeah, I know, but he should have learned from unfortunately.
But of course not. You can't encourage him like this. It's the Woody doll. You know, you pull the string. You know what he's going to say. There's a snake in my boots. You know what he's going to say. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, KG the comedian, man. You're just what?
Yes, done deal.
Did you think that? Do you think like this means he's gonna come to us?
No, wait.
Chelsea are there, you know what I mean?
No, do you know what it is? I'm looking at maybe there's more movement in the Aston Villa Rashford story than we're led to believe, because Tel to just say, hey, not interested anymore is risky. That's risky as hell, because he's not the name that he's not a name that who's talking about. He's not a name that Chelsea have really significantly.
Well, let's be honest, KG. Let's be honest. What's really happened here? What's really happened is Bayern Munich have gone to Mathis Tel and they've said to him, "We've agreed a fee." He goes, "Okay." With the Premier League club, okay. It's with Spurs, and he's gone.
Hold on, wait a minute.
He's gone. So who did you say? Where are they in the league? Let me just check where they are in the league. I bet they're not doing too badly. I bet. Oh,
no, wait a minute. Wait.
I can't do that. I can't. I can't.
Oh, that done Robbie one hit so good. Hold on, wait a minute. One more time, bro.
Yeah. Who's interested? Who's interested? I'm gonna be playing what? High line.
No, wait a minute. Wait.
Oh, we're having too much fun.
He's realized, like, what? They're just like certified failure. Like they never win.
Bro, he knows. Yeah. And remember, because we got listen to the players that we have. Mazraoui, yeah, Delit. They have to be on the phone and saying,
"Oh wait, he's rang them, man.
Big man, come here." They go. They say, "Look at everyone that's gone there." You just send him the video of Conte talking about Spurs. I said, "This is who they are." There's a video when even their own manager, when they were supposed to beat City at Champions League football, and then he said, "I just don't understand it, mate. I just want to win. I just want to win. I can't believe that there's fans and people like."
I just on this sums up here. I thought I'll see if there's any Antonio Conte sound bites on this soundboard. I typed in Conte, right, and this is what came up.
Excuse.
And that must be Spurs' reasons for not winning trophies, isn't it? You know, why can't they win trophies? You know, why? Well, history of Tottenham, you know.
Excuse.
That's what it is.
And this manager's top
Levy, Enoch.
Levy. I didn't even, you know what? That Enoch guy, whoever Enoch is, yeah.
I don't even know what he looks like.
I don't know who it is, yeah, but then I shouldn't know that person's name. I only used to know
Sergio Glazer.
Yeah, but the Enoch, mate, they're killing them. And that's crazy. But look, Man United.
KG, they've got Beyonce at their stadium.
Excuse.
Don't care.
But they've got NFL play there. They've got NFL.
Excuse. Don't care. Just don't care anymore. Don't care.
It's that last one. Don't care.
It's the last one.
The last one's a killer.
You see that don't care, yeah? He cares. That's the killer. That's why it's special, bro. But I'm telling you, when you listen to these sound bites, I was saying, listen, as an actor, you're trained to be able to deliver and make someone feel an emotion. I've said there's nothing in me that can make me be able to do what Ty does in this moment. Listen to it. No, I can go school for years. I won't get this feeling.
You're an absolute disgrace. You're a cheat.
You're in. Yeah. You can't. I said, and then even expressions ones there as well, because him looking at his team being shit. I can't find out. Oh, listen. Oh my God. He can't. He can't.
Perfect.
That's the pain.
This one as well.
What is going on here?
Yes.
You know?
When did he actually? Why did he say that one? What was the? I don't know what the real context was. It don't
I
matter.
think it's something to do with
Yeah,
a yellow card. I mean, or you could do.
So where's the card then? Where's the card?
Yeah. I promise you, that's going to take me a lot of years in acting school to get that where's the card one, because you have to feel it, bro. You have to. It's an emotion, bro.
Yeah, it's a real life emotion.
The anger behind this.
So where's the card then? Where's the card?
They came from real life situations in that moment. It cannot be
That's
replicated.
in there, though. That is there, bro.
Feet, like he did the Mopai thing in that moment. Like that's how I feel towards
I actually now believe the emotion in the where's the card one is more. There's more in it. It's easy to act angry. It's easy to act angry. I think the Mopai, because there was a level of disappointment, anger, and disdain in this.
You're an absolute disgrace. You're a cheat.
Anyway,
wait.
we got to talk United. We got to get back to.
Yeah, I was going to say. Fabrizio
Okay.
Romano also just added. It's kind of the same thing, but it was more the last bit I wanted to talk about, which can move on. He just said, Mathis Tel and his agent are in Munich together to assess all options after rejecting Spurs' proposal, as you would expect. They're not going to be separate and not going to talk to each other right now. Tottenham will explore other targets, as you'd expect. They've just been turned down, so you know. While Tel will consider other bids for loan/permanent move, as you would expect, because he said he wants to leave Bayern. But this is the bit: Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal, and Aston Villa all in contact. So let's move this on a little bit. Exactly. Let's move this on a little bit. We know that Arsenal got serious money to play with because they already put down best part of £50 million for Ollie Watkins and got rejected. Do they go back in with a second bid, unsettle him, try and push for that? Do they put that money for a permanent move for Mathis Tel, a loan? You look at Chelsea, they've been linked with Tel all summer. All window, because the Nkunku to Bayern has been a thing. So if Chelsea want, and they haven't wanted João Felix is looking to go to Villa. They've wanted.
Sarzi's going to Villa as well.
Sarzi going to Villa. Yeah. Aston Villa have wanted João Felix for a long time. I saw that the Monchi quotes, who's the guy who does all the transfers over at Villa. He's Emery's right-hand man. He said that's a player that we've wanted for the last couple of years. But again, finances, wages, etc., which is why the Rashford thing's difficult. So there's all these little. And Nkunku's still sitting there like, bro, I need a club. I'm not staying here.
He has to chill. This is where, honestly, I think when I look at each situation, and if you are Tel, he has to say to himself, of all clubs where he gets to play football, Man United, at Arsenal, you might have a different or similar situation. You have Trossard and Martinelli in your way, and let's say it's an option with obligation or something like that. Someone's gonna have to offer something. And he can
play up front as well, though.
Yes, but then Arteta's in love with Kai Havertz.
Yeah, but he wants to change him. That's why they're trying to get Ollie Watkins.
He wants to change him, but is he going to change him for Tel? Is what I'm saying. I think that he's going to be, when all the players get back, he can still find himself in some trouble. At Man United, there's not a lot of people to dislodge. Even if you're not playing in the 10 or stuff, you get to play with Rasmussen's performances. You're up in there with a shout. Even if they say go and lead the line, or they say left 10, right 10. There's a higher chance of playing at Man United than anywhere else. Then on the other side of it is in terms of when you talk about youth tact and being amongst that dressing room, Man United have got a very young team. It must be fun in that dressing room. You got Ahmad, Garnacho, you got there's a Yoro, you got this nice young Kobe. You got this nice young team that could be appealing to a youngster to say, you know what, I want to be a part of that, and then they get to grow together. That's been the Man United idea, that we want these players to experience and grow together. And you can see that there's a vibe that they are creating. It's like a new era for Man United. And I think the players like Rashford are part of the old era. You want to be a part of this. You really want to be. I believe this will be a bit more easier to sell. And then you do have things that you do know in terms of your De Lits, your Mazraouis. I think they could be important in a move like this as well. And the key line was, they said, this boy wants Man United. Let's never forget that. Remember when it first, there's that tier one, there was that main guy that was a big source.
The ITK guy from Spurs. I mean, Fabrice Hawkins is just saying, obviously, there's a lot of French connection when it comes to all of this, considering he used to play in France, Tel. But he's saying that Aston Villa and Manchester United are still in the race to sign Mathis Tel. The striker turned down Tottenham, while the English club had reached an agreement with Bayern Munich. Arsenal and Chelsea are still on the lookout. So the way he's describing it is sort of Arsenal and Chelsea are a bit more peripheral to all of this, whereas Villa and United are maybe more in the race as opposed to now that Spurs are out of it, which again would go back to. It's funny how these things, like you say, and Flex, how it does work out, because there is clearly a bunch of these Premier League clubs that are all looking for wingers, strikers, attacking players. And as is always the case in January, there's only a select few pool of people available. We know Tau's available, Rashford's available, João Felix is available, maybe Nkunku's available. And basically, all of these clubs are basically trying to divvy up who goes where, basically. Does Rashford go Villa? Does Felix go to Chelsea? Does Tel go to United? Does everyone get what they want in the end?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, that was it. That was the way round we just said that was everyone gets a move there.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
and that's what could happen.
Move them on one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I just think we're just and also guys, look, again, it's kind of back to the Garnacho thing, but that does seem to have gone more quiet.
Yeah.
Now I think Napoli are in talks with St. Maximum, so from Al Ahly, so
makes sense.
They've gone from Kvaratskhelia to trying to get Addy Ames and Garnacho to obviously turning their attention to St. Maximum. So the Napoli thing seems to have gone quiet. The Chelsea thing with Garnacho seems to have simmered down a little bit. They definitely obviously want to get Disasi out of there, and they want to get João Felix out of there, but they have liked Tel for the whole window. That is a fact. They probably want to get Nkunku out of there as well. So they've got to look at
players in his way, though. If I'm him, I'm looking at the players in his way. If I'm him, I'm looking at Sancho, Neto. There's players, the wide players that you're thinking, wait.
Yeah, but if he comes here, he's got Garnacho, he's got Ahmad, he's got
not the same.
He's got Bruno.
It's not the same. It won't be. It can never be.
They occupy our time.
And also, again, it depends what the offers look like as well. Because of course, Bayern might say, if Chelsea come in and go, all right, we'll do the permanent one, 50 million, and we just go, well, we just want to do a loan. Then Bayern would be like, sorry gues, we've got permanent. That's because that was my reasoning. That was my reasoning. Well, that was my reasoning for it maybe not happening. This morning I was saying this with the Spurs one being like, Bayern could be like, guys, you've got to go there, 50 million. But if then he says no, then maybe Bayern start to panic and they go, all right, then loan, we'll maybe put an option. Because I still don't want United to do an obligation or anything like that. Because I just want to get to the summer as things are, reassess, see how much money we've got, see how we move on. Like, I don't want to go to any too far.
But then you're getting a young sought after player that the club's looked at many times before, though. So you're getting
we need to what we do actually to bring it in. We do actually have to think like, okay, I know people can say, oh, he's definitely 100% starter. Well, unless it's in the number 9, I wouldn't say he's 100% starter. We don't know about Tel. Tel's trying, like he's talented. He's talented. He's coming from Rennes. He's gone to Bayern, big proposition. Do you know what I'm saying? It hasn't quite worked out. Listen, mate, you're behind Elise, you're behind Sane, you're behind Gnabry, Coman. That ain't easy. And then up front, obviously, is Kane. So that's very, very difficult to break through as a 19-year-old or even younger when you got there. So I'm not saying he can't go to be a big player, but if we keep Garnacho and we've got Ahmad and we've got Bruno and we're trying to say, let's get Kobe in the 10, that's 4 players already who can equally play there. And I'm not saying don't bring him because of the options and stuff, but if the plan is maybe to try this kid up front and stuff like that, a different type of thing, cool. Like, I'm just saying. But is that the type of striker Ruben Amorim wants? When we're saying like the Gyökeres, the powerful, can hold up the ball, can do. I don't think Tel is that. So you have to be careful with like asking for too many 10s.
No, but there's a lot that we're playing right now. Look at the season. We're not littered with so much opportunity, right? You know, when we talked about the market, we said we're gonna have to bring in people alone. We have to be creative in this market. So now, Man United, if you look at the Europa League, we're in a strong position to try and win that damn competition. So you had to give yourself the strongest chance. So while you're saying you're not sure, Man United now being able to win this competition gives you a lot more options in terms of, because the squad's not where it is. The squad still needs, we're still light. We haven't done enough. We haven't brought in enough players anyway. I still think we're behind. So bringing in a player like that is not going to be a problem for the club anyway. That can't be with the. No,
but it could be a problem for him because he's saying, I need to really think about this because I need to go where I'm going to play. Obviously, the Spurs thing, he probably would play there, but said, nah.
But like, you know what, it's funny. You were saying that was on Zoom. That wasn't on Zoom. Daniel Levy traveled to Munich, and he said no.
Well, man, just shut the door. They'll pull the blinds down. You know, in I'm a Celebrity, where the Dingo Dollars thing, where he just pulls it down when they get the question wrong. He just did that, mate.
I think he's done the Jehovah Witness special, bro. When they put up,
left him at the door.
I know you're in there. I know I can see you.
Someone sneezes. You go.
Right. Watchtower, bro. They're there waiting outside, bro. Nah, not today.
But with Tel, I'm just looking at his stats. Obviously, since he's been at Bayern, he's made 83 appearances, scored 16 goals, and got 7 assists. But I'm just looking at where he spent time playing the most. It's really even. He's spent 33 games at centre forward, 33 games at left wing, and 13 games as a right winger. So he's playing in between centre forward and left side. So that he can come in and play the 9, essentially.
You've seen how Rasmus's struggles. Xerxes found his form, but even Xerxes, maybe in the 10 this time, it's not worked yet though. So right now there is a birth. If the same way Rash is feeling about Rafinha and all these players that he has to go and dislodge, Tel has to be saying, well, the players in my way are Xerxes, Rasmus, Garnacho, Ahmad. Ahmad's gonna play in this team regardless. He's playing.
Well,
so Bruno's playing. Bruno playing at 8. Bruno's gonna play. I don't look at this team and think.
Well, then add Kobe Manu. Then you got to add Kobe Manu into that. You have to. We're just saying put him in the 10, and the manager saying he looks more comfortable.
Let's remember that 10 performance was still against FSCB or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
So we have to still remember that was that game.
No, but it's a knock-on effect though, because if another space has gone in that 10 and the manager's already saying he's struggling in that 8 position with the defensive work, we already are looking at it like, well, we need to try and get him further forward. That if he comes in, that's one less space.
If I'm a striker though, if I'm a player and I'm looking, I can play anywhere across the front 3, I'll be probably looking for the weakest links. I'm looking at Rasmus hold-up play, and I'm looking at Xerxes. Xerxes probably wants to be a 10. I'll be fancying myself as the 9 ahead of them 2 easily. I would. I naturally especially if the players are looking. I was listening to Jadon Sancho talk about players that he thinks can dribble better than him and stuff. And
that video is terrible.
I couldn't believe it. But then again, that is self-belief. Some people call it delusion. Some people call it delusion, but then he said what he said. So now, if I'm Tel, I'm saying to myself, with his agent, I'm saying, bro, that number 9 slot is your. Look what these 2 are doing. That can be yours. Yeah. Get to Man United right now.
Amorim sees him as that though. Just because we're going, that's the weakest link. That doesn't mean that Amorim sees his attributes as bring him in because I want him to be the 9. That
would be my thing. Is that this is again when it goes to the panic of the transfer window? Is he someone we have genuinely been looking at a while, and there is belief that he fits in the system, or is it one of those ones where it's an opportunity that's come up? They've gone, look. He's young. That fits the profile we're looking for. We could do business here, actually. And if we do move Rashford on, we could do a loan, actually. And maybe we see what happens at the end of the season. I think it's more that. And that's why I'm saying loan, not necessarily obligation or anything like that. Just maybe an option. Because he might become indispensable. Yeah. So if you get an option. But I just want United to have flexibility on that because I don't want us to panic. And in history in the past, when we have panicked, oh my God, Casemiro and Anthony are still at the club because we panicked a couple of years ago. I'm not saying that they'd be the same, but you just don't back yourself into a corner and basically be like, well, he became available in all these clubs, one of them, so we just went in for it. We just did it. And then you go, did it really work out? On
the basis of Florian Plettenberg said a year ago, Man United have been watching this player, they've had their eye on him. And for Man United to go in, there's a reason why he's been able to tell Daniel Levy, I'm not interested. And that has to be...
he's wanted. He's wanted.
Man United have spoken to this player and said they've laid out a proposal.
Well, and others, though. And there's 3 others there. And others.
I'm only focused on Man United more.
Right, we have explored it for a lot. And Plettenberg also said, that in terms of the guy, the personality, the character you're getting, he said top.
Well, speaking of Florian Plettenberg, he's literally just tweeted now, kind of confirming everything, saying this is really interesting at the end. Mathis Tel has rejected an offer presented by Spurs boss Daniel Levy in Munich today. Bayern bosses are aware of Tel's rejection. Florian Plettenberg understands Tel would be more open to a loan deal. Man United, Aston Villa, and Chelsea are still in the race for the 19-year-old. So that falls into Manchester United's favour there, because we know we're not going to do a permanent deal. Can't afford to do it. It's just not going to happen. We are not going to do Spurs 50 million quid. We do not have that. If we had 50 million quid to spend, we'd probably be spreading it around a lot more. A loan deal, we asked for a loan deal. David Ornstein said it himself. We went to his intermediaries, and I think you're right, KG, where he's gone, I know for a fact United want me on loan. I could go out on loan. And actually, like I was just saying a minute ago, it offers more versatility. There's a bit more protection. I can go there. I can see what happens come the end of the season in a better circumstance. I can see where I can go. I'm still young. Let's see what happens there.
And Man United will be calm. They can see clearer. It suits both parties. But the only thing is you was thinking this is what clarifies the player's position, because again, when the player's available says I want to leave, he could be like, I need to find a new home. I want security. I want that 5-year deal. I want to know where I'm playing. I want to know what I'm doing. But like you just read out there, it seems as if he's gone, no, it's middle of the season. It's tough. I just want to play some games, new environment, etc. It could work. And KG's basically looking at saying he's our player. I can see in his face.
And I'm looking at those. I'm just reading the same message. I'm looking at that, and I just know, I'm saying to myself, Man United, the Man United tax. It's a big club.
It's the Chelsea thing, and I don't know. Villa got serious money to spend, and they're ambitious. But again, Morgan Rodgers is in that position. Ollie Watkins is in that position.
The shirt is still heavy. It's a big club.
If Man United pull off that Rashford ends up going to Aston Villa and we get Mathis Tel on loan, then I would go, I tell you what, guys, fair play, because a couple of days ago I'd have gone, that's a tough one to pull off. And that fixes a lot of Man United problems that they're currently having at the moment, particularly this Rashford one.
We don't have to talk about Rashford every presser. We don't have to worry
about it. But they will, because every time he plays for Villa, KG, there'll be Rashford watch-alongs and all that kind of stuff. It's the same as Sancho last. But the worst thing is he's actually in the country. When Sancho went to the Bundesliga, people gave up after a couple of weeks. Rashford would be on TV.
Oh, we're not ready for the Rashford fans fighting back. They're never going to be as powerful as the Ronaldo fans, because that was
no one's as powerful.
Ronaldo scoring in Saudi, we had to deal with that week in, week out. I can't believe you rushed Ronaldo out. Anyway,
when Romano's doing them mad updates saying Ronaldo has scored his 62nd goal of the year, in all competitions. And we're stuck with Rasmus, which, to be fair, Ronaldo is still.
Oh, it's Weghorst. Don't forget, it's Weghorst when it happened.
Oh, yeah, it's Weghorst, which he is better than them players, though. So it's a weird one, because he is still better than all of them. But anyway, there you go. Well, listen, I have to say,
what a show.
There you go. What a show. Loads of breaking news. Interesting stuff. Let's see how these dominoes fall. We're going into the weekend. We're going into the last few days of the transfer window. The window shuts at Monday, 11 p.m. I think we're going to be very busy, guys. Or there's going to be a lot that's going to happen in that time. A lot of clubs, a lot of shocks. I still think there's a couple more deals to enter the chat in terms of Owen.
No, just Newcastle have made an approach to Brentford for £60 million for Brian Mbeumo. Things are happening, mate.
Look at this shit. I was just in the middle of saying, said there's a couple more deals that are going to enter the chat of serious P. And I was just covering Elliot Howe today, and he's basically been talking about not wanting to unsettle the squad, but they got that Gahey money in. They got the Gahey money in the pocket. They put 4 bids in for Gahey, went up to 65 million, and didn't spend it in the summer. It's there, and they just got rid of Almiron for PSR as well. So
Almiron, the Almiron tax.
It's crazy.
Oh my God,
Lloyd Kelly might go flipping Juventus. Lloyd Kelly from Bournemouth. So listen, who's obviously at Newcastle now. Listen, there's going to be some crazy stuff. Thomas Frank and them, man, there, though. Brentford, they'll probably just say no to that. You know what I mean? Look at Matoma as well. Saudi were trying to get him out of there.
Yeah.
Brighton,
€90 million.
Big peas are flying around.
Brighton are like, do you know what we've done at this club? Do you know how much money we've raised? So you think
watch this in the summer?
Yeah. We sold Caicedo for over 100. You taking the piss?
Yeah,
we would have ripped
it's all going off. It's all going off. So watch this space, guys. We're going to be all over it. It's going to be a busy Monday, that's for sure. Busy weekend, that's for sure. Leading into the match day stuff. So guys, take care. We'll see. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Subscribe to Owen Wrestle News 36555. Subscribe to KG Reckless Sports, and get ready, guys, for
Royal Rumble tomorrow.
Exactly, Royal Rumble tomorrow. Get ready, guys. Get ready and join in the fun, man. We are out of it. Take care. Peace.